by applying some Too Faced Shadow Insurance all over the entire eyelid. Next, using MAC's Melon Pigment and the e.l.f. Small Precision Brush, I apply the pigment starting from the inner corner of the eye, patting the shadow till I reached about half of the lid. At this point, I began getting fallout, so I applied some loose powder just under the eyes to catch any fallout that may have happened. Next, using Ambrosia's Cosmetics in Flirt Lust Dust and using the same e.l.f. brush, I apply the pink just along the outer edge of where I placed the melon pigment, blending it in as I went along. Then, using the matte black on my 88 palette and still using the same e.l.f. Cosmetics brush, I applied the black towards the outer edge of my eye in a small triangle shape, not extending past the edge of the natural eye. I then took that color up into the crease. Stopping the crease color no further than this point. Using an e.l.f. contour brush, I then blended out the black into the existing shadow. Then, by applying a little bit more of Ambrosia Cosmetics Flirt, I blended the black into the pink and cleaned off the brush and blended the melon pigment into the pink as well to get rid of any lines that may have been harsh. Using a fluffy shadow brush, a fluffy blending brush and the 88 palette, the last purple on the purple column, I picked up a little bit of that color and applied it just above the black at the crease, starting with just a little and gradually working my way up as I needed it. I use this brush and the shadow to help even soften the line, the black line, even further, using circular motions and a windshield wiper motion as well. Taking the same contour brush from e.l.f., I use that to further blend the black and purple shadows together and soften the black line. Using the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush and my 28 neutral palette, I used the last two colors on the second column as a highlight color. You can use whatever skin color that you have. I placed it just up underneath the brow bone and brought the color down and blended out the purple shadow. Whatever remained on the brush, I then took into the inner corner and blended all of the colors seamlessly together. Using the powder brush from before, I swept away any remaining loose powder and any existing fallout that may have happened underneath the eyes. Going back in with my smudge brush, I picked up a little bit of the flirt and started just along the lower lash line, right in the middle. I used this to line the lower lash line and smudge the pink into the lashes. Using the same brush, I then picked up a little bit of the purple and smudged that along the outer edge of the eye, blending in it with the pink as I went along. And then I picked up a little bit of the melon pigment and placed it along the inner corner of the eye, taking it out to meet the pink as well. Lastly, I picked up just a little bit of the matte black from the 88 palette and used it to smudge the outer corner of the eye. This gives a smoky effect to the look. Using an e.l.f. liner brush and Ambrosia Cosmetics black gel liner, I then lined the lid, pulling the eye's tone to get a nice even line. Starting from the inner corner of the eye, I placed a wing towards the outer edge. Then, using a soft kohl pencil in black, I lined the inner rim of the eye, better known as the waterline. Using an eyelash curler, I curled the lashes by pumping them twice. Then, using Great Lash by Maybelline, I applied 2 thick coats of mascara to the top and bottom lashes. Using a face contour brush and e.l.f. Cosmetics bronzer in Warm, I took the last corner or the darkest color in that palette and applied it just under the cheekbones as a contour color. And I took the lightest color in that same palette using the same brush and applied it above the cheekbones as a highlight. Using any pink blush that you may have and a stippling brush, I applied this pink blush to the apples of the cheeks very lightly so as to give a nice natural glow. I applied e.l.f.'s Hyper Shine Lip Gloss in Pink Lemonade to the lips. This is a very glossy formula, so no additional product is needed to make the lips look full. This is the final look.